Hello, good morning, everybody. Welcome to all of you. So, in that sessions, we have to discuss the question paper of ICFRE, Indian Council of Forest Research and Education. So, if you do not know the syllabus of that exams, I am already upload a video. What is the chemistry syllabus in that exam in the scientist B post? I will also put the link of that video in the description. You have to check it out. And also download the sample paper and question paper also and syllabus also on the link in the descriptions. So Indian Council of Research Forestry Research and Education is a very much less requirement. They can do the very much less requirement. Last they can do the form fill up in 2019. Okay, in the last they can do the form fill up 2019 and held the exam in 2025. It's totally 400 marks exams, 100 questions, 100 into 4, total 400 marks, and 70 marks interview, total 470 marks. So this is 470 marks total interview plus exams. In the last 2019 जब एग्जाम हुआ था उस टाइम इसका काट ऑफ आया था 310 to 320. So out of 470. So if you get a high amount of marks in written exam, so it's a very high probability chance to set up it. In that case the post is very low, 5 posts are there. In that case 1 general, 1 EWS and SC ST OBC कुछ था, मुझे इतना याद नहीं है. So first before discussing the questions paper we have to go through the general instruction. All question papers are compulsory, there is no extra questions. Questions should be in the bilingual, okay, and there will be negative marks 25% marks. The candidate also answer to the question in the OMR sheet. It's not a CBT system, so you have to also marks the circle in the OMR sheet. It requires some more time, and it's a major thing is the 400 mark question 2 hours time, huge time है ये, कम time नहीं है, बहुत ज़्यादा है. Okay, and instruction of the OMR sheet should be read carefully. All the details asked in the OMR sheet, including roll number, question paper, you have to fill the properly to avoid the rejection OMR sheet. Candidates should not leave the examination hall without handing over the OMR sheet to the invigilator on duty, and translation ambiguity, if any, can be resolved to the English person. Is there any problem in the question? So English version should be the main. So always you have to read the English version also. Now we go to the topic of the question paper, that is the ARCs. There is a total 100 questions. So in that sessions we have to complete on the 25 questions. So we have to upload total 4 questions, because if we cover all the questions it should be very long video. So we have to make the part of 4 portions. Then that portion we have to cover 25 questions. Question बहुत easy है, जरा सा भी difficult नहीं है. If you have a general knowledge in chemistry, then you have to answer all the questions. Which of the following is a metalloids? So metalloids means which has the properties of metals and also non-metals. So you know among them bismuth, nitrogen, phosphorus and antimony all are group 15 elements. So bismuth should be the answer of that. Sorry, antimony. And a bakelite is a compound of formaldehyde with plastic bakelite is a compound of formaldehyde with benzene, ammonia, phenol and hydrocarbon. It's a polymeric structure. Plastic bakelite, phenol and formaldehyde resin. We already know that. So answer is should be phenol. Which of the following is non-aromatic? Non-aromatic means, according to Haeckel rule, the non-aromatic means all the criteria should be maintained, but it has not follow the conjugations. Cyclic भी होगा, sp2 भी होगा, but it does not have all the electrons are in conjugations. So the structure, what is that? Pyrrole, thiophene, tetrahydrofuran and furan. I know if you have draw the all the structure. टेट्राहाइड्रोफ्यूरन क्या होगा, इसका स्ट्रक्चर जस्ट लाइक दिस वन, टेट्राहाइड्रोफ्यूरन. सो फ्यूरन लाइक होगा, 5 मेंबर रिंग, सेंटर में ऑक्सीजन, उसके बाद ये वाला स्ट्रक्चर होगा. ओके, सो टेट्राहाइड्रोफ्यूरन देयर इज नो ऑक्सीजन, सॉरी, there is no double bond in the system, so this is a non-aromatic system. So option C. The number of signals in one enantiomer of methyl cyclopropane. Methyl cyclopropane. So this is a cyclopropane. Now methyl cyclopropane. क्या होगा? Methyl, we have to attach one methyl here, CH3. Okay, this is the structure of methyl cyclopropane. For better visualization, we have to draw also the hydrogens here. So हमको क्या बताना है इसमें? Total number of hydrogens in our spectra that can give. So there are 4-5 hydrogens are there. So if we clearly see the structure, then we can see that there is a plane of symmetry by passing the plane that. If we pass the plane in that type, so what happens? There is a plane which can cut the methyl cyclopropane by 2 equal portion. So these hydrogens, this hydrogen and this hydrogen are two are the same. So these are the one. This is also one signal. This is also one signal, and this is two. These hydrogens and this hydrogen can reflect to each other, so they can do the second signal. And these are not reflect, so it can give the third signal and it can give the fourth signal. So total we have to give the 4 signals. So answer should be 4. The shape of ClO3 minus and IF5 are respectively. So shape, so for calculating the shape, we have to know the Vesper theory. Chlorine 7 plus 1 lone pair plus 1 negative charge equal to 7 plus 8 equal 7 plus 1 equal to 8. And 8 total electron pair कितना होगा? Pair divided by 2 equal to 4. And lone pair कितना होगा? 4 minus 1 ligand. So 4 minus 1 equal to 3. 4 minus 3 that means equal to 1 lone pair. So structure कैसे होगा? Cl यहाँ पे रहेगा ClO3 minus 1 lone pair, we have to see that, and double bond O. Okay, another double bond O and O minus. This is the structure of ClO3 minus. What is the shape of that? Not geometry. If they can set the geometry, then tetrahedral. But in that case, it's a pyramidal shape. So there is only one option. You don't have to necessarily solve this one. If you solve it, it can be square pyramidal. Okay, option B is the right answer. The unit millicurie correspond to, you have to remind us, 3.7 into 10 to the power 7 dps, disintegration per second. Option D is the correct answer. Gibbs phase rule से apply to, we have already know the Gibbs phase rule क्या होती है? F समान C minus P plus 2. So it's a Gibbs phase rule. Okay, it's equal. Okay, this system is applicable on heterogeneous system which are all in equilibrium. So heterogeneous system in thermodynamic equilibrium is Gibbs phase rule applicable. So we have seen that the question is very basic questions. So did not go to the very deep questions. If you have a knowledge of general chemistry, then you can easily crack this exam. It's a very easy questions. So when NaCl crystal is dropped with magnesium chloride, is the nature of the defect produced is. So magnesium chloride is dropped in the NaCl crystal. So what happened in that case? It's a very easy question. NaCl is a monocationic form, magnesium plus is a dicationic form. So 1 magnesium plus 1 magnesium can replace the 2 sodium. So what happened? The cation vacancy take place. That means the density decreases. So Schottky defect has to be arises. Which of the following pairs of iron have the same electronic configuration? So for that we have to calculating chromium 3 how much system, chromium 2 D4 system, chromium 3 D3 system, and Fe3 Fe2 D6 system, Fe3 D5 system. ये तो equal नहीं हुआ. Mn2 D5 system and Fe3 हमने अभी किया Fe3 D5 system. So this is the answer we have to go right mark on that. In pyrosilicate Si2O7 6 minus ion, the two tetrahedral ions are joined by. It's a very tricky question. For that you have to know the structure, how these ions can linking to each other. So I first told the answer of that. The answer of this question is 1 oxygen. So now we have to draw the structure, how this can link to each other. So there is a 1 oxygen atom which can link the 2 silicate via this type of structure. So this is a very remindable question. You have to this type of question you have to remind it for answering. This and this. There is a one negative charge, there is also negative charge, this is also negative charge. We have to draw the similar type of structure here. Okay, oxygen, oxygen here and here. So here is a negative charge, negative charge, and negative charge. So we have to see that only one oxygen atom is here. So option should be 1. In the I spectrum, which compound out of the following will show highest wave number for carbonyl absorption? So IR spectrum, the highest wave number can show if there is a different type of role. We have to know that option is acetone, chloroacetone, dichloroacetone, and trichloroacetone. So in that case options, we have to see that the number of Cl atom increases. So with increasing the electronegative group, the the chemical SIP value or the IR spectrum goes to more higher. So in that case, tetrachloroacetone should be the higher absorption spectrum. Option D is the right answer. Okay, have to change the color. This color is not visible clearly. Blue color. Next question. So इसका आंसर होगा option D, tetrachloroacetone, because of the presence of 4 Cl atom, which is a very electron withdrawing in nature and shift the stretching frequency higher. In general, we have to know the acetone has 1690 to 1710 centimeter inverse. In that case, we have to get almost 1750. The total number of 5G subcells. So बहुत easy है. You can know the formula 2L plus L, 2L plus 1. For G, L equal to 4. So 2 into 4, 8. 8 plus 1 equal to 9. So 9 answer होगा option D. Very easy questions. A compound give both ninhydrin test and Mollis test. It will be ninhydrin test and Mollis test. It will be a protein. Okay, protein. Next one, which element of group 13 is the strongest reducing agent? Which element of group 13 is the strongest reducing agent? So first of all, iron तो group 13 के element नहीं है, ये तो नहीं होगा. Boron, aluminum, gallium. Strongest reducing agent aluminum ही होगा, because aluminum can exist in plastic oxidation state, which is readily oxidized and can reduce the another things. Okay, it's a very easy question. Aluminum is the strongest reducing agent. The product of oxomercuration, deoxomercuration of methyl cyclopentane will be. The methyl cyclopentane, oxomercuration and deoxomercuration. First we draw the structure methyl cyclopentane. So ये cyclopentene हो गया and also methyl. So oxomercuration, deoxomercuration, it's a electrophilic addition reaction. It can also maintain the Markovnikov product. And in that case, the and water has to be added, H plus and OH minus. In Markovnikov, we have to know the negative part of the addendum goes to that carbon which contain lesser number of hydrogen. Okay, so in between these two carbon atom, this carbon atom has contain lesser number of hydrogen. So what should be the product of that? This cyclopropane ring, methyl here, and one OH group is attached here. Okay. So this is the main product of that, one methyl cyclopentanol. Option A is the right answer. The hybridization of HbCl5. So the hybridization of HbCl5 बहुत easy है. 5 antimony 5 plus 5 Cl कितना हुआ? 10 हो गया. And ये total electron divided by 2 equal to pair, and 5 pair means we have to know that it's the hybridization of sp3d. Hybridization sp3d. The rate of reaction is 3 into 10 to the power minus 3 second inverse the order of the reactions. So it's a chemical kinetics question on physical chemistry. Second inverse rate, that means a first order reaction. On first order reaction, we have to know that the unit is only second inverse, because for nth order reaction, mole to the power 1 minus n, liter to the power n minus 1, second inverse. If we put the n equal to 1, then only second inverse is left. So it's a first order reaction. Copper can exist in two oxidation state, copper 2 and copper 1. Which electronic configuration is most stable? So we have to already know that the half filled and full filled orbital are relatively more stable as compared to the unfilled orbitals. So option B is the right answer, because in that case 3d10 full-filled system, this is the most stable. In actinoid series, +3 oxidation state is common, except in actinoid series we have already know the lanthanoid and actinoid, +3 is the most common oxidation state, except thorium, except protactinium, Pa, uranium and neptunium. Except this element in actinides, all are +3 state oxidation state can show. Except this element, all the actinides can show +3. Okay, except this cannot show. So in that case, what has to be except actinide +3 oxidation except hoche thorium and protactinium. Okay. विटामिन डी इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एस्कॉर्बिक एसिड, तो नहीं हो सकता एस्कॉर्बिक एसिड का विटामिन सी, इसका आंसर होगा ईगो कैल्सिफेरॉल, आर्गो कैल्सिफेरॉल। कैल्सिफेरॉल भी बोल सकते हैं, आर्गी कैल्सिफेरॉल भी बोल सकते हैं। इट इज ए स्टेरॉयड हार्मोन दैट हैज लॉन्ग बीन known for its important role in regulating body levels of calcium and phosphorus and in mineralization of bone. Vitamin D in human body exists in actually two forms. Vitamin D2 is also known as argocalciferol and vitamin D3 is also known as calciferol. So you have to remind it, vitamin D is also called calciferol. 21. The plot of molar conductors versus root C is strong electrolyte. So what is the structure of strong electrolyte? ये तो हो गया for strong electrolyte. What is the structure of that? For strong कैसे होगा? बोलो कैसे होगा? For strong electrolyte, what is the structure of this? Linear होगा, just like this. And for weak electrolyte, ये ऐसा होगा. A for strong electrolyte and A for weak electrolyte. Okay, so options linear. 21. C. 22. Which of the following atom will have the smallest size? Smallest size magnesium, beryllium, sodium and lithium. बहुत easy है, lithium सबसे smallest होगा. Chemical shift in delta units for cyclohexane protons observes at 414 Hz relative to TMS at 300 MHz is. So chemical shift we have to calculate by ppm. So already know that ppm equal to Hz divided by megahertz. So we have to put the value in Hz and put the value in megahertz. So 414 divided by 300. So if we divide this value, we have to get that 1.38. So option D is the right answer. The wavelength of 100,000 kilo objects moving a velocity of 300 km per hour. तो बहुत ही easy question हो गया ये, इसका आंसर क्या होगा? So for calculating the wavelength, we have to put the equations of lambda equal to h by m v. So we have to put the value one by one. What is the value of h? H is a Planck constant, 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34 जूल सेकेंड. मैं अब नहीं लिख रहा हूँ, अब लोग लिखो एंड वैल्यू को पुट कर दो. ओके, एंड मास क्या होगा? मास 100,000 किलो. सो मास 1000 किलो, पुट द वैल्यू ऑफ दैट. एंड वेलोसिटी we have to put also in the SI unit, kilometer per hour. Okay, so meter per hour क्या होगा? Kilometer per hour. We have to change the kilometer per hour to meter per hour. For that what we have to do? So 300 into 10 to the power 3. That means it change into meter divided by second. Second change करने के लिए क्या करना होगा? We have to divide it 3600. So change into meter per second. Okay, and we have to put the joule equal to the unit kg meter square per second square. Okay, we put all the value, then we have to get the equations for 24 is option D होगा, 79.5 into 10 to the power minus 39 meter. Okay, Last question. Which of the following molecules linear? So for that we have to draw the structure of all the cases. Carbon dioxide structure just like ये double bond है double bond तो double bond. NO2 का structure कैसा होगा? NO2 ये नाइट्रोजन होगा, ये ऑक्सीजन के साथ बाइंडिंग होगा, ये डबल बॉन्ड ऑक्सीजन वन डॉट. वाटर कैसे होगा? वाटर तो इजी, ये तो हम छोटे से ही देख रहे हैं वाटर का स्ट्रक्चर. ये H2O वाटर with 2 lone pair, and SO2 should be the same structure of water but it has only one lone pair, SO2. Okay, so among the four structure we have clearly see that CO2 is a very linear structure, so option is A. So today I have finished this video here. In the last session, in the next session we have to discuss the questions of 26 to 50. Okay, so till then, good night, bye.